These are all my thoughts and opinions based on public information out there. Please do your own research, and this is for entertainment purposes only. I know many of you are going to say this is not a very nice day because it's completely cloudy, but I disagree. I love it when it's cloudy. I love all weather, really. There's no such thing as bad weather, only poorly dressed. But that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? I love it. I really do. I wanted to do this video because I just saw somebody on Twitter putting some parts of the book by, I think, Tom. His name is The War Between Brothers. And he goes in very details and describes how Meghan Markle was giving Doria money from the money she was receiving from Prince Charles, and how Meghan was traveling back and forth to the United States and wherever she went with bodyguards, which were publicly funded. Now, remember she was in a show that's called Deal or No Deal? I don't believe that she has all these deals with Netflix and Spotify. To me, this is a no deal. You know what I mean? I think they're dead broke. But oddly, I think that, what I'm about to say is just my opinions. I think that they're still getting funded privately by Prince Charles or even the Queen from their private money. They can do whatever they want with their private money, but I still to this day think that they're being privately funded because they haven't made any money. They don't have the big deals. Netflix hasn't given them that much money. They run Meghan's cosmetic surgery alone cost a fortune. You know, if that woman keeps it up, I mean, if you put a picture of what she looks now with how she started, it's almost like Kylie Jenner. You know, you would think they're two different people, you know. But this is a part. So Meghan was giving funds to her mother from funds given to her by Prince Charles for their expenses and stuff like that. Why didn't she give her mom? Why didn't she give her mom money from what she was making? You know, why didn't she use her own money to give to her mother? Now, Doria, if you Google Doria and you go to net worth, you will see that's 9 million. It's in all very reputable places. Now, Meghan went on Oprah and said that she didn't go out with her mother because they took away her passport and stuff like that, right? My opinion is that she didn't want to be seen with her mother. She has always been embarrassed of her mother. You know that little thing when she said she wanted to kill herself, or she didn't want to live anymore, and that she didn't want to stay alone in the cottage? They had that ball that she went to. That is another lie because her makeup artist was there, her friend. She wasn't alone. Her mother was there a lot of times too. So that is another lie. My opinion is that they are dead broke. They don't have any more money, or they're quickly running out of money. And they keep, and they still have these huge expenses. Meghan is addicted to plastic surgery because that woman is not going to end until she looks completely white. I mean, she is white, but I mean, what I mean by that is until she removes every trace of any black heritage. Where did all that money go? Because Prince Charles was giving them almost $3 million a year. I mean, Meghan wasn't long in the royal family, less than 2 years. But still, you know what I mean? That's $6 million almost. Then the $3 million from Disney. Then the charity money from the Royal Foundation. They owe £78,500. What is the deal with this thing? Where is all that money? Now, people who are helping through Archwell, that is crap. All that they're doing is mining your details and selling them to people. So don't click on that. You know, people tell me, Paula, go and check Archwell. I'm not going to go check Archwell. Paula, watch the Lifetime movie. I'm not going to watch it because first of all, I don't watch crap. And, the best thing to do, if you want to know about the interview or the movie, Go to Tamiyaki. I'll leave the link at the bottom so she can tell you exactly what the movie is about. She did 20 minutes describing what the movie was about. Now, I get many hateful mails saying that why do I care what Meghan and Harry do? If I don't care what Meghan Markle and Harry Windsor do, I really don't. But I do care when two people using royal titles representing an institution that represents me, what they do. Because whatever they do, it reflects badly on that institution that represents me. And especially an institution that's supposed to be honorable. And they are not. Also, the institution, and I'm not queen bashing here, you know, it's the fact that they have these two non-working royals who have slandered the institution and the royal family, increase the risk because of the lies to the lives of the current working royals, because of the lies that Harry and Meghan Markle have said, increase the level of danger for these people. Sorry about my hair. So, and yet they're still portrayed as working royals in a website. And by being in that website, it gives them credibility. It gives them respectability. And it makes it very ambivalent for anybody and everybody. Thinking, well, they're still part of the royal family because, hey, that website is only for working members of the royal family. There was no definite statement put out by Buckingham Palace, by our monarch, when the probational period ended. So what's the deal with that? Why wasn't there like a proper statement, which is professional, which is correct, to define a very terrible situation put out by Buckingham Palace? What's the deal with that? And that is why Harry and Meghan are still raking the benefits of the ambivalence from the monarchy. So it's not that, you can love something and criticize it if it's doing something wrong. And in this case, even though I love the Queen, I criticize it because this particular situation, and don't get me started with Prince Andrew. I got to tell you something quickly about Prince Andrew. It's funny that people, somebody in the royal family must have gone about Prince Andrew and told the police to accept the, how do you say, the papers that he was served. No. Nobody goes above anything like that. Prince Andrew was probably advised by his lawyers to accept those papers in that manner because they probably knew that it was breaking the proper ways of serving a document. That's why it was done in that manner. That's why it was allowed to be done in that manner, because his lawyers must have told him, if they do it this way, while you're not in the presence or in the premises, then that is not considered as being served. I am pretty positive that his trip to Balmoral has something to do with that. I think it has, and please correct me if I'm wrong, it has to do with the fact whether or not he was in the premises at the time the documents were served. If it wasn't in the premises, even though somebody else got it on his behalf, it's not considered as served. I think that's where this is going. This is why Andrew has been going to see the Queen with that skank of, and I do think Duchess of, that Sarah Ferguson is a skank. That woman, I mean, that woman shouldn't even be speaking. Now, I don't believe Virginia Roberts. I really don't. I think she's a liar. I think she's a criminal. She procured girls for Epstein, and she charged for it, and she was happy to do it. And she cut a deal with the FBI. This is what's put out everywhere, and it is known by even her two ex-boyfriends, because what a lot of people don't know is that while she was being exploited by Epstein, she had two boyfriends and she lived with them, and they used to drive her back and forth to the house, and she was all happy coming out with her bikini, asking them for girlfriends that they knew because she was making money off of them. So I don't believe Virginia Roberts. Now, and I find her shameful that she is profiting of actually people who have suffered from that. But Prince Andrew's lack, if I were him, I would have taken this head on, because God knows there's enough holes in Virginia Roberts' story that you can drive a truck through, and a very talented lawyer, and I'm sure he has the most highest paying lawyers, would completely destroy her, in court. But my take on that situation is that he's so arrogant, that he's angry, that he's being confronted for the first time in his life, because this is a man who's not used to hearing the word no, who's gotten away with a lot of abuses. You know that he got Kevin Spacek and Bill Clinton and Ghislaine Maxwell to sit on the throne of the Queen, which are this is an emblem. These are symbols of a nation in Commonwealth nations, And here he has two people laughing, disrespecting it. I find that. So this is a man who has never been told no, who has never been held accountable, who people have never said you're in the wrong. So for him, this is a new situation. To me, this is why I think he's not confronting this head on, because he might think this is beneath him to actually go to court and clear his name, when in reality, that would be the best thing for him to do. Even if he clears his name, I don't think he's a man who represents the values of the monarchy or the UK people. This is a man that I don't want to see being represented, even if it clears, because of the way he has handled himself and the situation. If this is the kind of man, if this is how he handles things right now, and let's not forget that there's so many shady deals, like that house that they sold, the mansion that they sold that the Queen had gifted him. They sold to this man for over the asking price, in spite of the fact that they've been trying to sell it for years. And then this guy from Afghanistan or Kazakhstan or whatever the hell it was suddenly bought it after there's so many shady things with Andrew. He should never see the light of day. He should never go back. And I think he should also be removed from the website. Because many of you say, how come you don't criticize Andrew? I've been criticizing him a long time. I don't think he's guilty of the Virginia Roberts. I think Virginia Roberts is a liar. But I do think he has done many, many shady deals, just like Prince Charles has done with that Michael Fawcett guy. Did you guys know that he's still being paid full wages in spite of the investigation? And it is not the first time, neither him nor that Michael guy have gotten caught. But what they've done is that they wait it out and they hope that it all dies down and people forget, and then they quietly put him back in. And I think this is what the royal family is counting on now with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. This is why they don't do anything, because experience has taught them that if you give it enough time, people will forget about it and they will quietly go back into the system and like nothing ever happened. I think it's time to say no. I think no is a fantastic word. No, we don't allow Meghan Markle and Harry to come back. No, Prince Andrew should not be coming back in. No, Prince Charles has to be held accountable. And actually, all these charities and all these monies must be investigated, like properly investigated, because how are they dispersing these funds? I do think that Prince William and Catherine, if the monarchy is to survive, Prince William and Catherine should be the next. Prince William should be the next monarch with the Queen consort, because as far as we know, they're the only ones who are honorable other than the Queen. But the Queen, but even the Queen's honorability is a little bit into question here, the way she is completely pandering to Prince Charles, to Andrew, and to Harry. That is not the way to go about it. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Please keep in mind that I do love the Queen, but a spade is a spade. You know what I mean? Meghan Markle, suddenly the mother Doria has $9 million. There's money missing everywhere. There's cash for access by Sarah, by Prince Charles. Even Prince Philip used to call Prince Charles Rent a Royal. So what do you guys think? It's incredible, everything that's been allowed to happen. And only our complacency or indifference allows this to continue. And this is why the monarchy counts on people to be quiet. To, let it, people, this too shall pass. It's time to say no, this is not going to pass. But these are just my thoughts and opinions. What do you guys think? Isn't this beautiful? See that flying? I'm lucky, yeah? Anyways, do like, share, and subscribe, guys. You've been fantastic.